Alright, supper's ready. Fish? Well, we are otters. We kinda need our protein supply. What's wrong with it? Reskins. Reskins. Are you seriously asking me that question? Was the opening skit symbolic of this video? I don't know. It'll forever be a mystery. I think everyone can agree with me when I say that this generation is probably the stupidest it's ever been. I'm not targeting you, I'm targeting the general body of people, including myself, because I'm not very eloquent or knowledgeable either. Okay, look, if you don't agree with me on that, can we at least agree that kids nowadays are very, impressionable and bratty? I remember when I was a kid, simple luxuries such as going through a fast food drive-thru or getting ice cream was like becoming a Teletubby or being kissed on the cheek by Gordon Ramsay himself. See, I didn't have an upbringing of fancy toys or the latest line of electronics. I only had my blanket, my toy screwdriver, and The Incredibles. Freaking love that movie, man. I think when I was younger, since technology was in its pilot episode, we were all more or less still living with playgrounds and local children to play with. The last part was a joke. You play Animal Jam, for God's sakes. You didn't have any friends when you were younger. I am so sorry, my inner demon kind of came out there. As of 2024, we are all in a new era of Animal Jam. I'm not just talking about the game, but the media, specifically YouTube media. We had Animal Jam YouTubers since the prime of the game, and I'm talking about Animal Jam Classic here. Having media regarding Animal Jam Classic back then was not an unfamiliar norm, which means we had YouTubers relish in the responsibility of influencing Animal Jam's greatest features and makes. A lot of the original Animal Jam YouTubers were Jambasters, and because, as I said, Animal Jam was developing and they needed people to represent them. But I would like to go as far as to say that they were technically burdened with the responsibility to be the picture-perfect, squeaky-clean content creators people wanted posters of. It wasn't intentional or anything of the sort. It wasn't like Animal Jam went up to a fellow creator and went, oh, you didn't want to have children? Yeah, sorry man, you gotta raise these screw-ups now. No, it was sort of inevitable. Animal Jam back then still is a successful franchise that needed free advertisement. And how were they gonna receive that? Fellow creators. Because Animal Jam Media evolved into a semi-positive platform, Editor Otter here, when I say semi-positive, I am excluding the gross people, scammers, and hackers back then. That's a separate topic for another video. Today, I am referring to happy kids with happy intentions from back in the day. Anything outside the positive was sort of rare to spot in the Animal Jam community. Hate media existed, I'm not saying it didn't, but it was relatively rare to see good videos produced with controversial opinions. And then, when Animal Jam Play Wild came out, that was when the hate and protesters began to be more aggressive. In my eyes, I think there's a pattern here. As a franchise progresses, so does the hate. As the company built over time, I feel like it resulted in the AJ community becoming more rebellious. That being said, since there are more kids summoned onto the platform, hate/condescending media began to be a more common occurrence. This video is not me attempting to cease all opinions from spawning on the internet. If you are a content creator who happens to have a controversial opinion that isn't harming yourself or your neighbors, then it is okay to express those kinds of thoughts. I just think that the opinions of hating all reskins, the new Jambassadors not upholding their positions like the originals, can definitely be toned down a bit. Like I said, kids are impressionable. It's like Halloween. You want to be a character that you feel represents your personality, or at least you want to dress as someone you want to become. Same thing with media. Children still play the game, and they will agree with the norm because, well, they don't have specified opinions yet. They are just trying to fit in with the community. And it doesn't matter if those opinions are hurtful or straight up uncredible. They will agree with the majority vote. Take the reskin controversy, for instance. Everyone thinks that Animal Jam made reskins to make a quick buck and so they can just go on their merry way, when in actuality they're making reskins to save time for bigger updates such as the Chrysalis update. And of course, in response, there are people that made videos about it on the internet. Heck, I feel like I could be guilty of this too, because I technically did roast the heck out of the Corsac foxes, but I did end up loving it all in all. It is not our fault as impressionable creators, nor is it the consumer's fault for agreeing with controversial opinions. At the end of the day, we are all humans. We all have opinions we would like to share. The only thing we can really do as creators is to monitor what we put out in the internet. I know it goes without saying so, but people will do anything and everything to exploit you if you give them your personal information, that being what you believe in or your lifestyles. I'm not saying don't share those with the people that you trust, of course, but I'm saying that if you wouldn't tell your younger cousins about your lifestyle, 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't share it on the internet, period. Welcome to my second end card. I want to take a moment to say, oh my lord. You guys are speedy. I did not expect to hit 1,000 subscribers so quickly. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my lord. Like, my heart. Oh, by the way, if you have in fact added a question to my community post regarding Q&A, yeah, the Q&A will come up eventually. Over 50 of you guys had questions for me, and that is over 100 questions. And I may be an editor and I may be a magician in some form or fashion, but I cannot edit that in like a couple days. I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes it takes me a whole week to make a video. And so, you know, with something like this, it's gonna take me a little while, so bear with me. I'm still gonna upload as usual, but the Q&A may come a little later because of how many questions there are. I will not be able to get to all of those questions, unfortunately, but I will certainly get to the ones that have been more requested, if that makes any sense. I don't know grammar. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not reading a script. This end card is kind of long. Okay, go check out my Master Block shop. Okay, bye.